So there was a tweet last night. Now, if you go look for this, it's not going to be there. It was deleted. But many people saw it. Kyle saw it as it went up before it went down. He sent it to us. So there was a tweet last night from A.J. Brown's account, the same account that put out the stuff on Sunday that A.J. obviously took responsibility and accountability for yesterday. So it's that account. And the tweet was sent to Seth Joyner yesterday. And this was what it said. I'm not sure if there's a part that got cut off because it's gone now, so I can't see it live. But this is what was Kyle saw yesterday and sent to me. A.J. Brown's Twitter account, @SethJoyner, yesterday. Quote, "The audacity of you telling someone to do their job. My stats every year backs up that I'm doing mine. How about you do your job and call out the BS, but you won't because they're paying you, so you have to play along and be a good boy. These old heads can be," and that's where it cuts off. And again, it's gone. So I don't have the rest in front of me this second, but that's what I had yesterday. That's what was up. Hugh, your reaction to A.J. Brown's tweet @SethJoyner.
First, there's a lot for me to unpack there.
Yeah.
Seth Joyner was a tremendous player, and the way that I look at Seth is with tremendous amount of respect because just like Harold and all those other guys that came before me, I understand wholeheartedly the path that they laid for me to be in this game and how they pioneered things that happened. The things that AJ's benefiting from now, Seth and the guys that came before him paved the way. And regardless if you like Seth or not, you have to respect him for the contributions that he's given to this game that only a handful of people have ever played. So when you take a shot at Seth, you take a shot at all of us, in my opinion, because we're sitting here at these desks every day reacting. We're not fabricating. We're not creating anything. We're reacting to everything that you do. So for you to have the audacity, and I hope you're listening, and like I said, I'm not hard to find. For you to have the audacity to sit there and call Seth a boy for pointing out his perspective about how you handled the situation because he works for somebody is ridiculous to me. Because guess what, AJ? You have the audacity to sit there and toe the company line when you had an opportunity yesterday to get everything that you had off your chest in front of the media and everybody. But just like a good little boy, you sat there and you didn't say anything. And that's a fact. So when you take a shot at Seth like that, you take a shot at all of us. Because just like you talking about he ain't going to call out the BS, hell, you should have called out the BS. You're the one that tweeted it. I don't react to nothing. I don't make up anything. I react to everything that's being said that comes out of your mouth. So when you say stuff like that and you feeling some kind of way, like the kids say, stand on business. You had an opportunity yesterday to stand on business. And like a good little boy, you didn't. So now what? You're still upset and you're taking shots at people. You got to respect your elders, man, because Seth ain't doing nothing but reacting to what you did.
Well, and from my perspective, Seth wants what's best for the Eagles. I think he was speaking towards.
And another thing, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, no, you go.
I'm here. And another thing, for all y'all cats that have a lot to say, y'all never hear when people defend you or talk about, having your back and, hey, AJ needs to get the ball more. Everybody on this station, even Seth, has talked about how you need to be involved in offense. You don't say nothing about that. Nobody never say anything about the positive stuff that we say about you and how you need to be involved in this offense. But as soon as somebody say something you don't like, you got a lot to say. That is what I call a prostitute move. That's what prostitutes do. And I'm saying it in a nice way because you know exactly what I'm trying to say. That's a prostitute move because you ain't never got nothing to say or back anybody when they got your back. But as soon as somebody say something you don't like, you go to Twitter and you try to call people out. That's not grown man stuff. That's not what a man does. And then to call somebody a boy, and you had the microphone yesterday, and all I heard from you was like, hey, I'm cool with everybody. You wasn't cool when you sent the tweet out. You sure wasn't cool when you sent the tweet out.
The last line, by the way, was these old heads could be a trip boy, ...
It's unfortunate because, like I said, I've always had AJ back. And when you say stuff like that, you're talking about all of us. Because let me tell you, I don't get joy in sitting here talking about you in a negative way, but I'm going to keep it a bean. I don't get joy in that because I did play the game. And that's not no disrespect to anybody that didn't play the game. But when you put me in a situation where I work for Odyssey, and if I'm asked a question, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell you exactly what I feel. So when you sit up there, I don't give a damn who calling me, telling me not to say this, that, and the third. I'm going to speak my mind. And when you do stuff like that, you leave me no choice but to say what I got to say, just like Seth, just like Ike, just like John, just like Bear, anybody else that has been in the space that you're in. When you do the stupid stuff that you do and send out those cryptic-ass tweets, then we have to do our job because that's what we're paid to do. That's what we're paid to do. We're paid to speak on stuff that nobody else knows about but us. So when you get mad at him and you call him out and call him a boy, you talking about all of us because this is what we do for a living because we did play the game and we transitioned into this. That's the problem. So get your stuff together.
That's a professional right there.
Yeah, I'm a professional. But it's like, it makes no sense to me, man. Like, the thing that I hate about this generation is this. You want to throw rocks and then hide hands. And when somebody call you out on it, instead of you being the man that you say you are, you don't do that. You want to go attack somebody. You want to attack Seth for you putting him in a situation because at the end of the day, we want to try to protect you as much as we can. But at the end of the day, when you say that stuff, you leave us no choice. You leave us no choice. And we have to speak on it. And we have to be honest about it because our credibility is on the line. So how about you do your job and stop saying this stupid stuff so we ain't got to comment on it? That at the end of the day, if you don't say a word, if you don't open your mouth and send out that cryptic-ass tweet, we ain't got nothing to say. We're going to talk about the Phillies. We're going to talk about this playoff series coming up. And we're going to talk about the Denver Broncos. And then you know what else we're going to talk about, AJ? You getting the football and how you need to be involved in this offense. That's what we would talk about.